All right. For once on live, I'm not in the car. Isn't that amazing? First time in a while. So as people are coming in, I sent out an email. Hopefully you guys got that and were able to join. So last minute, this is very spontaneous. But I just want to hang out with you and talk about some stuff, as usual. I always have a lot to say. Oh, there's lots of you. I'm so happy. I wasn't sure. I don't usually do night live, so I wasn't sure if this was going to be a good time or not. But I've been posting stories like a mad woman all day today, so I figured, why not talk about some of this stuff on live? I'm going to turn this into kind of an impromptu workshop, hopefully. So let's start here. A lot of you have been seeing, I'm sharing a lot of testimonials lately. As always, that's not really a new thing. People are always in my inbox with like what they're accomplishing currently, thanks to Top Seller Secret, right? That's not new by any means. That's always happening, but I've been sharing a lot lately. And I just want to take a moment, because I know that there's a lot of people who have the true belief, like they really believe it to be 100% true, that they don't really have a fair shot. Even if you're trying to do this, right? You feel like you don't really have a fair shot because of the market saturation, because so many people got to the print-on-demand business model before you, because Etsy has exploded so much as a marketplace over the last few years. You feel like this is something I want to do, but I feel like I'm a little bit late. I feel like I'm a little late, and like this may not be worth my time and energy. There's a possibility, even if it's 5% of you that believe that. Is anybody in that boat in the chat? Let me know. If sometimes you get that creeping feeling of like, I'm gonna keep doing it, I'm gonna try, but I feel like I might have missed the boat. You can be honest. I hear it a lot. I hear it a lot from people. I hear even people that are like really going for it. It was something surprising for me to hear, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Jill says, even with 800 sales, I still feel it. Yeah, every once in a while, yes, yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of people actually that I recognize your names, and I know you're doing very well and you're agreeing to feeling this way. So even sellers, we have girls and boys, men and women in this family, in this wolf fam. You can be doing really well and still get worried about this, right? And it kind of pains me because that has never been a thought that's crossed my mind, because it's not reality. At least if you're following my blueprint, right? I started my shop in 2024. I've been doing things with the same strategy on Etsy for 10 years. That strategy has never failed, and I have never seen a slowdown, right? Month to month, things would always be different. The nature of e-commerce is to constantly change. But I have never once been like, this might really be the time things are slowing down, because I have a different understanding of this. Since I've been doing it for so long, I can see it from such a higher level. We need to shift our perspective. Instead of seeing print on demand as something with a cap, you have to actually understand that the way these types of business models work, is that they're so valuable because they're ever evolving. Print on demand is insane in the best way, because they're always adding different types of products, different types of design placement, different fabrics, like things are always shifting and changing, right? But even that being said, I'm still always going to encourage t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies. I really don't think that will ever change, because the second part of this is, yeah, print on demand is ever evolving. There literally is no cap. The same is true for the t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies category. I want you guys to completely eliminate this weird thought of like, oh, maybe I missed the boat or it's coming to an end soon. Like, no, it literally never will. As somebody who sees trends coming out, like I'm the first to know about them. I see them. I call them 6 months before they hit big. You guys have seen me do it. I will never worry about things drying up. It's not feasible. Knowing the way that things actually work. You think it is because it's a fear, because you don't want it to happen. So your brain tells you that it's a possibility because it's like, I gotta look out for that. I gotta make sure that that doesn't happen and I'm not aware of it happening, right? But I need you guys to know it's not gonna happen. I get messages all the time from people who haven't even started, like they might have just found me, they're not in any of my content, and they'll say, Brittany, I really wanna join your courses, but I'm worried I've missed the boat. Is print on demand really an opportunity? Is it really something that if I start now, I can make money and continue to make money with? And it always, like, I'm always excited that people message me that, because I get to tell them what I'm telling you right here and shift their perspective to where they never have to have that thought again. The same goes for my strategy. I talked about this, I think in my stories the other day as well. People will say, do you update Top Seller Secret? I want to make sure, it's been around for a few years. I want to make sure I'm getting all the most updated information. Oh no, I did a live about this. And I talked about the algorithm and how I've been doing my strategy for 10 years. It's not changing, because the core of the thing that my strategy encompasses is the same thing that it's the only thing the algorithm cares about too. And as long as we're making our main goal the same goal as the Etsy algorithm, we're always gonna win. 10 years from now even, right? So the main goal of my strategy is putting your customer at the center, becoming an expert on what's in demand, understanding the SEO, understanding the scaling processes, having the tactics and the strategy as your support beams, but understanding that your foundation and the core of everything you do revolves around your customer and giving them more of what they want all the time, becoming better at supplying for demand. And guess what? The core purpose of the algorithm is to match up listings that to the highest degree match what customers are searching for. So as long as that's your aim, that will always be the aim of the algorithm. People are putting way too much emphasis on search engine optimization, on tactics, on getting onto the first page of search. Guess what? That happens naturally when you just focus on your customer. When you know how to create more of what's already working. When you can just chill the fuck out about being so crazed out of your mind about how to make sales faster. Chilled out to the point where you can actually focus on what you're supposed to focus on, like an entrepreneur, like a business person, not like somebody chasing some quick sales, because we're trying to build 6-figure businesses. If you want to join the Top Seller Secret Hall of Fame, people that are selling multi-6 figures, right, on Etsy. I have students that are selling multi-6 figures. They're not chasing sales. They're getting on the same page as the algorithm, and the algorithm is never changing. So yeah, while things might shift and like little changes might happen, my main Top Seller Secret strategy will always work. And you might be like, that's a really bold statement, Brittany. It's actually not, because the way e-commerce works is supply and demand. And the reason why other people teach this in a different way is because they may know that supply and demand is the core thing, the most important thing. But most sellers don't. Most sellers do not think that way. And so other people, other Etsy gurus, especially like on YouTube, they're feeding you tactics. They're feeding you the quick hacks that you're looking for. They're feeding you the stuff that you think is gonna make you a 6-figure seller, but it's actually not, right? They're creating for clicks. And you're wondering why you keep running into walls. That's why. Your map is taking you directly into your next concrete wall. Congratulations. That sucks, right? So I have accepted the mission, which has always been my mission from the beginning, of not taking the easy way, right? I could probably sell a whole lot more courses if I was just like, SEO is how you win. Take my course to learn exactly how to become an SEO master, which is true. SEO is a really big piece of the puzzle, but it's not by any means everything. The people that think SEO is everything are losing because they don't understand how this actually works. Are you guys feeling me? Are you hearing what I'm saying? This is so incredibly important. That shift it'll change everything for you. I just think of it as any other retail environment. People will always be buying as long as you have what they want. Exactly, Savvy Style. Exactly. I feel I have therapy sessions while you talk about Etsy and beauty. Good, because that means your mindset is shifting. Redbubble or TeePublic, what I choose? Neither. Please don't sell on either of those platforms. Etsy's where it's at. Love it per usual, yes. Good, okay, so you guys are tracking with me. So we can eliminate the fear of the fact that you're late, that things are going out of style, that trends are gonna dry up. You guys, this is never gonna happen. Boss B says, I'm so glad you teach us what we need, not want. I am also glad, because that's why I get to see so many of my students make their dream lives come true. Because the stuff you need is the stuff that gets you to the finish line. The stuff that you want is really momentarily satisfying. It gets some dopamine going, how to get to the first page of search faster, how to rank on Etsy. I know you guys know the clickbait titles on YouTube. I know you know. I was you. The reason I can sit here and speak like this right now is because I was you. I watched everything I ever could. I listened to everything I ever could. Back in 2014, that wasn't very much. Nobody was really teaching anything, but as I've watched the sort of like culture and world of Etsy consulting evolve, there really truly is such a lack of people teaching you what you actually need to hear to get to the finish line. Everybody is pushing tactics because that's what everybody's searching for, because they feel tactics are the quick win. And a lot of times we have very quick wins from sellers in Top Seller Secret. Okay, there's a lot of quick wins that happen. But the most important thing to me is that 2 years after being in Top Seller Secret, they're still making 100, 150K, 200, 400K. It's still going. That's the most important thing to me. Because if you're just short-term winning in my world, that's a loss. A short-term win is a loss as far as I'm concerned. If that's all you've got, right? So stop aiming for short-term wins. Stop aiming for it to happen faster. Get the right roadmap in your hands. Those of you who are not in Top Seller Secret, start there. You need to be in this course. You need the right action steps, the right blueprint in your hand, so you can then take the action and get the long-term wins, right? I'm not saying it won't happen fast. It does for a lot of people, but I'm also saying don't focus on a timeline period. As a beginner, from which website I start print-on-demand business? Etsy, 110% Etsy. Move over to Shopify? No, I would not suggest ever abandoning Etsy. If you want to open a Shopify, that's great. But most people want to open Shopify because they feel like it's going to make them more money than Etsy. And if you're doing things right on Etsy to begin with, that's not necessarily true. It's another misconception. Who is it for and what is it for? And many designs that are bestsellers. Yep. Does the course teach all products? So I focus on t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies. And people say, well, what if I want to learn how to sell mugs? I say, fine. But do you really understand profit margins of mugs? Do you really understand how much more saturated it is? Do you really understand how much more less opportunity? Do you have the right information before you make the decision that you want to sell something else? Most people don't want to sell t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies because they don't understand there's the most opportunity there. They don't understand that area is where people succeed the fastest, because they have all of these misconceptions of what other people have said about it being too saturated or profit margins too low or blah, 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 of which none is true. We wouldn't have so many successful people in my courses if that were the case. So the strategies that I teach, you can apply to any products. But I've been doing this for 10 years. If other products worked better, you can be damn sure that that's what I would be teaching. Because all I'm worried about is the fact that you're successful and you take off as fast as possible. So I'm not holding anything back from anybody. There's no little secrets here that I'm like, I'm going to teach them sweatshirts, hoodies and t-shirts, but the real money's in the shower curtains. Like, no. So I understand that means trusting me. But I would ask people, if you're like, yeah, Brittany says t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies, but I really want to go for stickers. That's fine, but why? Ask yourself why. And ask yourself if you really have enough data and hard information to understand that that's the correct business move for you. Unless you just want to make petty cash, unless you just want to do it as a hobby, unless you want to have fun, then go for those other products. And I'm also not saying that t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies are the only way to make money. You can make money selling mugs or something else. A lot of people do. But is it the fastest, easiest, most profitable, and highest opportunity way to do it? Not as far as I'm concerned. And I've had a lot of experience. The real money's in the shower curtains. Make me laugh. Yeah, I'm not keeping any secrets from you guys. The way that I teach things is, I promise you, the tested and proven, fastest and most efficient way to make like crazy money on Etsy. Money you can't even imagine from where you currently stand. Okay, I have the eagle's eye view. I see what everybody's accomplishing. It's insane the amount of money my students are making. It's really crazy, but it's the students who are following my exact blueprint. It's the students who trust me. It's the students who, you know, they may go off on little tangents and try things that they think may be a good idea, even if it's not on my blueprint, but then they always come back to the blueprint when they figure out that that's not actually gonna work, right? So I give you a blueprint in Top Seller Secrets so you don't have to waste so much time trying different things. I did all that for you. I threw everything at the wall. I made every mistake. You guys think I sit here just as some like Etsy seller who made it big from the beginning and didn't make mistakes, didn't have failures? 90% of the stuff that I put up didn't sell. I just capitalized on the 10% that did and made a whole lot of money from it for a very, very long time. But it took night and day, years of trial and error. You couldn't even imagine the level of work and thought and mapping out and testing and experimentation from me that went into being able to sit here in front of you today with such a proven and tested course that it is changing so thousands of people's lives. Like, you couldn't imagine how much I went through. And so when you're like, well, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, you absolutely can, and I encourage you guys to if it feels right for you, but by no means do you have to. You can trust me. I tried it all. I got in trouble for it all. I made every mistake you've made times 10. Right? I laughed, I cried, I bled, I crawled, I walked, I ran, I did all of it. And that's why I was able to turn around and create Top Seller Secrets saying, of all the things, this is what works. And this is only what works. The most potent stuff is right here. And I put it all together. That's why Top Seller Secret is so powerful. Oh, Erin says, Brittany, you have absolutely changed my life. I love you so much. Thank you. I'm so proud. I'm so, so, so proud. Thank you. Morgan says, I love your content. Holly says, you walked so we could run. I never planned to be here, right? Like, I wasn't ever doing stuff on Etsy so I could turn around and create a course. I was just, once I got a taste of the potential that Etsy had, I was just having fun. It was like, well, let's see how far I can take it. Not doing anything else, right? I didn't have a job. I was in a mid-20s crisis living with my parents. So I was like, let's just go all in. Let's spend 12, 14, 18 hours a day working on this for 6 years straight, right? I finally eased up around year 7. But it was constant, and it was so messy and chaotic and crazy. And that's the only reason why I was able to create Top Seller Secret and to have such a successful consulting business now is because I'm standing in front of you. I was gonna say bruised and battered. I was bruised and battered. I've since healed and been able from the journey and been able to sort through everything, eliminate what didn't work, and then put everything into one extremely potent blueprint. That's why it works. I have one question. Want to sell t-shirt on Amazon by using Printful. Is it good? Printful's fine, yes, but don't sell on Amazon, please. Curious your thoughts on having your shop on vacation mode. Is it the kiss of death? I was a 6-figure seller and 4 years ago went on a long maternity leave, and now I want to go back. Your shop has been on vacation mode for 4 years. Yeah, I would not I would not expect to rev that back up and have it be a well-oiled machine immediately. Absolutely not. I hear mixed things about vacation mode. I never put my shop on vacation mode, so I don't know about that personally. And from what I hear of other people, some people are like, oh, it's the worst. And other people are like, it never affected anything. So I can't say definitively about that. But if you've been on vacation mode for 4 years, I would expect to, put in some work before things pick up again. And that and probably what you have in your shop is outdated in terms of demand. The Wolf Challenge has completely changed my perspective and direction. Thank you. You're so welcome. The Wolf Challenge, I think we can officially say the January Wolf Challenge of 2024, which by the way, you guys can still join until the end of January and get access to all of the content. There's been so much in there. It should be 10x the price it is. It really should be. I think everybody in there would agree with me. The value is so beyond what I'm charging. I think I can say confidently, we way outdid 2023. I know a lot of you were in 2023 as well. Let me know if you agree with me. I think 2024 blew 2023 challenge completely out of the water. What is that called that we can still join? The 2024 Ultimate Wolf Challenge. So it was a weekly challenge. We started at the beginning of January just to get like momentum rolling. It's $98. And then every week you get a design challenge complete with Canva design templates. And there was a weekly live. There was a kickoff call. There's a ton of bonus stuff. Like it's just packed. There's a tutorial on each design challenge. There's so much stuff in there. It's crazy. It really should be 10 times the price. You can DM me if you want the link for that. I don't have it up. The Wolf Challenge has been so much fun. Yeah, and you get access to the exclusive Wolf Challenge Facebook group, so you get to see everybody else's designs and give feedback and get feedback and all this crazy stuff. It's so good, and that Facebook group will stay open forever. I'm not going to close it down. I love Etsy, but why wouldn't you sell on Amazon? It's very technical, a lot harder to gain momentum and traction. A lot harder. Oh wow, that sounds amazing. Yes, Kim, DM me and I'll send you the link. If anybody wants in the Wolf Challenge, I'll also post it on my story after this live, but definitely get in if you're not. Every one of your courses I've taken so far has been awesome. Join Top Seller Secret today. Yay! Welcome in. Yeah, Top Seller Secret is gonna rock your world. I'm very excited for you to be in there. Okay, so super good conversation so far. I'm really glad that you guys resonate with what I'm saying, and I'm actually very glad that many of you were vulnerable and honest enough to admit that you've had those thoughts of like, what if this thing is slowing down? What if I'm on this train and it's coming to a stop? Like, what if print on demand really is not the it girl for much longer? I am so happy to tell you, print on demand will be the it girl. I mean, I think it's only gonna get crazier. Etsy's, for the time being, looks like it's not going anywhere, right? It's only growing and growing and growing. Their growth has been explosive in the last few years. You don't even have to worry about it. What you do have to worry about is your own mental blocks and your assumptions, okay? And also like asking about Amazon. A lot of people are like, why wouldn't I sell on Amazon? If you're a beginner, like maybe it's different if you have e-commerce experience, you will have an easier time getting moving on Amazon, but it's a completely different beast. And laser focus is the most important thing. When we're talking about wolf mentality, there's almost nothing more important than guarding your focus and not allowing yourself to be squirrel brained, which is one of the most difficult things for people when they're trying to make a lot of money quickly. They always think the best opportunity is the one that's right around the corner. The one that they're in is never the one they should have chosen. But then they choose the next thing and that becomes the one they shouldn't have chosen because now that one looks better. laser focus. This is why it can happen, and it does happen all the time. Get on Etsy, open your shop today, use print on demand, right? There's no inventory. There's barely any startup costs. It's $40 a month, to use the resources that I recommend that you do in Top Seller Secret for database decision making, erank.com for designing, Canva, mockups, place it, right? It's so little cost. The opportunity is going nowhere. The opportunity is alive and well. Print on demand is not going anywhere, you guys. And if you want to talk about profit margins, I'm happy to talk about profit margins. I've been posting about it on the feed. You guys have seen. Everyone wants to fight me on this lately. And that's fine, because I fight factually. People fight me on assumptions. People fight me on what they've seen without actually implementing anything, just what they've heard on YouTube. And I'm out here in the trenches. I'm working with thousands of people in the trenches. I have facts about profit margins. I have facts about the efficacy of this business model. I have all the facts. And I'm very confident in that. And so if you guys want to talk about that, I've got the facts for you. But my main goal is just to help you guys break through these assumptions and these limiting beliefs as much and as often as I can, because they're what's keeping you from moving forward. And you think you're protecting yourself, you think you're being smart and business savvy, but you're really just ensuring that you stay in the same place. Your brain really likes that because it means you're not in any danger. If you don't try, you can't fail. But if you don't try, you can't win either. So you guys can trust me, I see it all. Etsy has an ad coming up in the big football game. That's how you know, that's how well they're doing. Yeah, no, they're just fine. I think that's awesome. Yeah, go them. There's literally something new on eRank to research every day, 100%. There's something new on eRank, there's something new on Instagram, there's something new on TikTok. This is the funnest game in the world, you guys. The most fun game in the world. Okay, somebody asked, I have to talk about this. Are people making money on your challenge? My content is not to help you make money. And that might blow your mind. You might be like, what, Brittany? Then I don't want it. My content is to help develop you as an expert. It is to help you develop your expertise and give you the map you need to have in order to make six-figure seller decisions, so your results happen as an effortless byproduct. So I don't give you tactics. I don't give you like, do this, 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 and this, and hopefully it'll like, maybe hurry up, do it faster, we'll get you more results, blah, 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 blah. Somebody will say, oh, I'm a shop and I only have 5 sales. I'm hoping this course will help me make more faster. I'm like, this course, we got to flip things. And this is where, if I wanted to make more money on my courses, I would be telling you guys, let's get you results tomorrow, right? But I don't, because I want to help you make long-term cash. The only thing I care about is getting you results, really. But I know in order to do that, I have to help you completely shift your focus away from results. So people in the challenge are making sales on the things that they're doing in the challenge, of course. But more importantly, they're spending the entire month increasing their expertise. So for the entire rest of the year, you better bet your ass they're going to be making sales. But it's going to happen so much more effortlessly because I didn't just throw a bunch of tactics at them and encourage them to try harder to make sales. We disconnect entirely from the sales. That's how we plug into expertise and make massive amounts of money. And this might not make sense to you guys, but what I'm saying right here, right now, is how some of my students are making multi-six-figure months, not years, months on Etsy. Yes, with print on demand. And so you might be saying like, well, Brittany, why would I join your content if it's not about the results? It is about the results, but I'm not teaching you how to get the results. I'm teaching you how to become a six-figure seller so the results happen effortlessly for you. So if we can stop focusing on the results, you like quantum leap to this whole crazy new level of achievement. You start unlocking cash flow you've never known in your entire life. That's why I'm so passionate about this. That's why I will never back down. I will die on this hill. Because I've taught so many people how to do this. I know it works, it's tested, and it's proven. There's nothing more effective. I love this live. I'm having so much fun. Are you guys having fun? So yes, to answer your question, Nelly, people in the challenge are making money. That's the last thing I want to emphasize. Yes, they are making sales from what they're creating in the challenge, but I'm so much more interested on the impact of the challenge come December 2024, because that's what the challenge is all about. It's not about making sales faster. None of my content is about helping you make sales faster. It will help you make sales faster, but that's not what it's about. It's about building you. I do not help you create six-figure shops. I help create six-figure sellers. That's all I care about. Because I'm not here to be like, oh, let's make you a couple $100. I want to make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is the shift that has to happen. I have to be able to get in your brain and help you make this shift. Because so many of you are so wadded up. You're so desperate for more sales faster that there's no space in your body, in your nervous system, in your spirit, in your mind, in any part of you to get better and to improve your process and to get focused on the process. You're too worried about the results. You're like, oh, but I've only made 5 sales. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you haven't opened a shop yet or you have opened a shop. I don't care if you've made 1,000 sales, 10,000 sales, 2 sales. Everybody thinks that matters. They're like, I haven't yet, but like, I know I'm getting there. Like, it'll just take time. No, it doesn't just take time. It takes right action. It takes consistency. It takes mindset. Okay? You guys with me? What's the best profit margin besides shirts and hoodies? That's it. I don't talk about anything else because it's not even worth it. If I don't talk about it, you guys, it's not worth it. As the girl who's seen it all, if I don't talk about it, it's not worth it. And people will think maybe I just missed something. You know, like even students in Top Seller Secrets sometimes will say, well, what about this? You didn't talk about this in the course. I say, because it's not worth it. If it's worth talking about, if it's going to help make you money, if it's going to help you become more successful long-term, I'll talk about it. You can bet your ass I'll be talking about it. Nelly says, so people doing challenges making money. Yes, apparently what I was saying did not land. Yes, they are. But that's not what it's about right now. I started building this business years ago. I hit 6 figures within a year. In 2023, I hardly produced any new products, which I don't recommend, and still generated 6 figures. Yeah, John, that's one of the coolest parts about Etsy that other marketplaces, I believe, to be lacking. And that is once you hit 6 figures, it's pretty freaking easy to coast. You still have to create products, but by no means are you hustling 24/7. Like, you put in the work in the beginning to get the momentum, and then the algorithm's like, this guy's got it. This guy knows what he's doing. This guy's supplying what people are demanding. So we're gonna keep showing those listings. We're gonna put them higher in search results. This guy's on the VIP list, right? When you work really hard to become the expert and you can actually supply for what's in demand, you get on the algorithm's VIP list. And that's a really cool benefit of Etsy. If you guys remember Tracy, I talked about her. She did $250,000 in the first 4 months of 2023. She talked about how she had a baby, and so for 4 months she didn't put out anything. And she had some of like the best results just without putting out a single listing. And I'm not saying this is passive income. You do have to continue to work, and the algorithm does favor shops that also continue to list and to be active. But the passivity to some degree is there, and that's very cool. My goal is to get you all on that algorithm VIP list. That's why we don't focus on results. As long as you're focusing on getting your results faster, you're not headed toward the VIP list. You're still in the other group of people that aren't achieving very much, that aren't making very many sales because you're so focused on the wrong things. I used to make everything by hand. Print on demand changed my whole business for the better. Yeah, Liz, same. There's a lot of people that struggle with that too, because they're like, if I switch to print on demand, you know, the profit margins are less. Making things myself allows such bigger profit margins. Yes, but there's a ceiling. There's no ceiling with print on demand. It's the coolest thing ever. You can create whatever, whenever, and there's no ceiling to it. Okay, I'm trying to read all you guys' comments. Thank you so much for being so interactive. I love this. I love when you guys are talkers. What do you think of Everbee? Do you recommend it? No, I only recommend eRank. You guys, the way that I teach things, it's like this, this, and this. We're gonna say so super laser focused, it's gonna blow your mind. People say, okay, I use eRank, but I also wanna use Marmalade and Everbee just to get as much information as possible. Why would you wanna overwhelm yourself like that? I've tried all of those. I've done all of them. eRank's the only thing you need. And there's only one feature on eRank that I ever use. I don't look at anything else. I swear to God. And it's $9 a month. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it, when I say laser focus, I mean laser. And so I'll dismiss things very quickly, and people are like you ask about Amazon, you ask about Everbee, you ask about profit margins. I dismiss these things very quickly, and people they think that I'm just saying like, nah, do it my way or the highway. That's not where I'm coming from. When I dismiss something quickly, it means it's not part of the laser focus. Been there, done that, it doesn't fit into the blueprint. It's not proven, it's not tested to work in the same way as my blueprint does. So you guys, when I'm dismissing quickly, know that it's coming from a place of really, 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 really deep data collection and experimentation and testing, okay? Teddy's the best team supporter for lives. She is making me so hot, you guys couldn't even imagine. Like, I feel like I'm in a sauna right now. I'm sweating like crazy. Do you recommend Everbee? No. What products do you recommend besides shirts and hoodies that have a high profit margin? I do not. You guys, I recommend t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies for a reason. If you're looking for something else because your belief is that it's oversaturated, you're doing yourself a disservice, you're shooting yourself in the foot, you're slowing yourself down, you're throwing resistance on your trail, you're making this 10 times harder than you need to, okay? There's a Printify meetup in NYC at the end of February. Are you going? No, I am not. I don't really do like meetups or anything like that. I don't think it's necessary for me. It's just not really my vibe. I'm very, very focused. I'm a lone wolf. I'm in Top Seller Secret. Should I also get into the Wolf Challenge? 110%. Yes, if you're in Top Seller Secret, if you're in Wolf School, if you're in Research Revolution, if you're in any of my other content, get into the Wolf Challenge. Even if you're not in any of my other content, get into the Wolf Challenge. It's so different from anything that I offer. There's so much jam-packed into there. You're never gonna find more value for such a low price than the Wolf Challenge. DM me right now to get the link. Click out of this live and go DM me and say Wolf Challenge link, and I'll send it to you. You can only get it until the end of the month. The founders and other key people from the Printify company are going. That's really cool. I bet that's gonna be super fun. Liz says Brittany is the best life coach. Thank you, Liz. Holly, head down, actions up. That's right. That's our mantra for the Wolf Challenge in 2024. I always pick one mantra. Last year, 2023 was I am where I am and I'm on my way up. This year it's head down, actions up, meaning put the blinders on, stop getting distracted by what you're hearing, follow the blueprint, and trust me. Head down, actions up. I'm a beginner. Is it hard to open an Etsy shop? Absolutely not. To open an Etsy shop, to connect it to Printify, I did it the other day. Took me under 3 minutes. I'm not kidding. Under 3 minutes to not only open a shop, but also to connect it to Printify. I get questions all the time of people being like, I want to open an Etsy shop. I'm just really nervous about like the integration of hooking Printify to Etsy. Like, do you offer personal coaching on how to do that, or can you do it for me? And I'm like, literally, it's maybe 3 clicks of a button. It's 30 seconds to do the integration. Could not be more beginner friendly or intuitive. Like, it is so fast. If that's what's holding you back, I mean, literally the easiest part of the entire thing. Do you recommend Gildan 5000? Though I haven't heard great things about the quality. I don't want to sacrifice quality for higher profit margins, but I'm torn. All I ever sold was Gildan 5000. It's not bad quality. It's not. People loved it. That exact thing has happened for me so many times. She's so right. Tracy's story is nuts. Yes, it is. I'm so proud of her. She's the bomb. First time I've ever listened to you, and you were so straightforward and explained everything so good. I can't wait to go further. Kim, that makes me so happy. I love when people like get into the wolf world and like immediately resonate. You're my people. I lose a lot of people, right? I've talked about this in lives before. People are very frightened by me and I intimidate a lot of people, and I understand that because I've chosen a specific way to teach, and that is zero frills, zero fluff. You only get the direct truth from me, even if I hurt your feelings, because I am more than willing to hurt your feelings if it means I get you to where you want to go faster. Because if I can get you over your ego, if I can get you over your limiting beliefs, if I can tell you the truth fast enough and clear enough, it's going to clear your path so much more efficiently and faster than if somebody's like, well, let me sugarcoat this for you, make it a little easier to hear. I'm not worried about that. And the people that aren't worried about that either for themselves, that are willing to take a little bit of tough love, those are the people that succeed really fast. So it's weird. I'm 110% results oriented. Like, all I'm worried about is you guys getting results. And I know in order to get your results, I got to get your focus off of results. That's why I'm 110% process oriented, right? It's kind of like the thing Gary Vee always used to say. Gary Vee, I've listened to him more than probably anybody else on the planet. He always used to say, on one hand, I care about what everybody thinks. On the other hand, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. And it's that he was talking about that balance, that middle ground between empathy and just being able to live your life for yourself anyways, and caring about people, but also forging your own path no matter what, right? And it's kind of the same thing when I talk about, like, two things can exist at the same time. I'm 110% results oriented, and therefore I'm 120% process oriented. Because if I can get you so deep in the development of where you need to be, then all those results flow into place, and it is magical once you hit that point. Holly says it's why she's the best, Kim. You guys just gas me up tonight. I'm loving this. You can do the same thing that Everbee does with eRank. Thank you, Cheeky. I am aware. Yes, you can. I've also used Everbee. I've used every single platform there is in terms of customer data. The reason why I recommend eRank is because I have a very specific strategy, and I use a single feature in a very specific way. I teach all of this in Top Seller Secret, and it is the clearest, most efficient way to leverage customer data. Therefore, I say all you need is eRank. T-shirts and hoodies, no mugs. Not a fan of mugs. Have any of your Top Seller Secret students been getting their shops permanently suspended? I've seen so many people get suspended and act like they have no idea why. Yeah, it happens, and most of the time it's not permanent. Sometimes it is. You can only do what you can do, but if you haven't been suspended, if that's not an issue for you, don't worry about it. So many people, like, they find things to worry so hard about. It's like their brain cannot move forward at all unless they've got something big to worry about. It's like they got to get stuck on it, right? I'm not saying that's you, but stop. Just stop. Okay? It's good to be informed, but it's terrible to get hung up on things that you have no control over. Every part of Etsy shop suspension is highly individualized, and a lot of times most people can figure it out. So don't worry about it. Move forward. To those asking, my daughter and I are obsessed with sweatshirts and hoodies. Trust her when she says that's where the money is. It is. You guys, if the money was in shower curtains, I would be teaching shower curtains. If the money was in mugs, I would be teaching mugs. I don't teach t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies because it's fun for me. I teach it because I've tested everything over very long amounts of time. And the data, the results, the ease, the flow has shown that those products are where it's at. So you can use my strategy to sell anything. It will work. But if we're talking degree of ease, of opportunity, of efficiency, the products that I teach work the best, work the fastest, work the easiest. I started the challenge. Should I start in week 4 or start from beginning? You can jump around. You can start at the first week. You can do whatever you want. I would recommend starting with the kickoff call though. But yeah, there's no need to like start at week 4. Just go back and start at week 1 and go on your own time. Any idea what the big news Etsy is releasing soon is? I do not. Maybe they're not admitting that they are selling trademark stuff. It could be anything. Yeah, in terms of the shop suspensions, there's just so many reasons. It is so incredibly individualized that there is absolutely no use in being like, well, how do I make sure it doesn't happen to me? What do I do if it does? Blah, 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 blah. We got to get out of that. We got to get out of that entirely. Just be like, I'm going. If it happens to me, I'll figure it out when it happens to me because I have confidence in my ability to pivot and to meet challenges head on as they happen. Where do you get your designs from, or do you teach us how to do that in the Wolf Challenge? Yeah, that's a big part of the Wolf Challenge is designing. I also have multiple design courses, and we teach a little bit of that in Top Seller Secret as well. Yeah, design templates in the challenge. My Savage Sword says templates are amazing and get you started in thinking. Yeah, design templates are the best place for any new seller to begin. They are so intuitive. They are so the shortcut. And I don't often say that because I don't like the term shortcut, because it makes people be like, oh, I don't have to do the work. You still have to do the work. But templates are such an accelerator for learning how to create really, really good bestseller designs. So appreciate the no BS approach. Thanks, Jennifer. You guys are my people then. Thank you for the info. I'm excited to get started. I'm excited for you to get started. Nope, that's me. Hit the nail on the head. I worry about everything. Yeah, we got to get that under control, right? Because the only thing that worrying does is slow you down. And it is a self-protective mechanism. Your brain does it by default. You were probably born that way, right? You've probably been doing it all your life. You have certain neural networks that are created and have been formed to fire over and over again in the same type of ways. So you're always searching for danger. Your brain is structured to keep you safe and not to make you happy, right? Your brain is not structured to help you achieve your dreams, unfortunately. Your brain is structured to keep you safe and to keep you where you are, because where you are is alive and safe. So your brain literally works against you, quite literally. And unless you can become more intentional and conscious and aware and self-aware, then you're gonna just keep taking yourself back and back. So it's about self-awareness, it's about consciousness, and it's about arming yourself with the facts. I might be worried about this, but what's the actual facts about the situation? Salvom says, I don't understand none of this. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I just joined the January challenge. Should I jump into week 4? Oh, I already answered that. Are the design templates available in anything that you teach? Design templates, if you want the most of them, the Wolf Challenge, there's 4 templates every single week that come out based on a bestseller design. So Wolf Challenge is the best place to start for that. Design templates come out twice a week, every single month in Wolf School, which is my monthly trend spotting membership. So Top Seller Secret has design templates. I put it in a lot of my content, but if you want like the biggest bang for your buck, the Wolf Challenge right now is the place to be to get, and you'll get access to those immediately because all 3 weeks are already out. All 4 weeks are already out. If you want to join the Ultimate Wolf Challenge, get out of this live right now, shoot me a DM and just put Ultimate Wolf Challenge and I'll send you the link when I'm off. Okay, super good conversation here. I hope, how many of you are feeling a little bit of relief? If you've been in this live for a couple minutes, how many of you are feeling like a little bit of a weight has been lifted? Because that was my goal, is to get in here and help lift a little bit of weight. Because the problem is a lot of us are so weighed down by things we're worried about and by false assumptions that we don't have the agility and the space to take action. So even if you have the right map, even if you've got my blueprint, if you have false beliefs and assumptions and narratives in your head about why something might not work, or like a false sense of danger around something, you're not going to be able to take action in the way that you need to, right? So lifting that weight on a really regular, consistent basis is a non-negotiable. Off topic, how much is Wolf School and how do you join? Wolf School is linked in my bio. So Top Seller Secret and Wolf School are both linked in my bio. It's $67 a month. The Wolf Challenge is $98. You get immediate access to all the content and into the exclusive Facebook group. It's so good. Jennifer says, ready to design. So yeah, the reason why I get on these lives and I'm almost always talking about the same stuff in a different way is because I have seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of sellers who have the right information, but they're still so bogged down in false assumptions and things that they feel like, you know, like maybe the profit margins aren't actually good. Maybe print on demand is dead, right? I just posted that, did a post about that today as a myth. They're telling themselves all these things. So it's like, there's a weight. They might be doing the designing, they might be doing the research, but like as they're doing it, it still feels kind of shitty because they're like, I'm doing this, but I'm doing this, but I'm taking this action, but what if it doesn't work? What if I don't make a lot of money? What if I'm wasting my time? What if print on demand is dead anyways? What if I join too late? What if trends all of a sudden dry up? Like all of this stuff that's weighing you down is keeping you from being able to move forward in the speed that you potentially could be, right? And we can't have that. Kim says, listening to you tonight is a game changer. Yes, I think I'm gonna make this a podcast. I think I'm gonna take this live because it's been really good in my opinion. And I'm gonna make it into a podcast so you guys can listen to it over again as many times as you'd like. So yeah, I think a big part of being able to succeed at the rate that you guys are trying to succeed at is being able to keep yourself in check, right? I can come on here and do these lives and remind you of certain things, but at some point you have to be an advocate for yourself, and it takes a lot of strength to be able to call yourself out on things, to be able to have the level of self-awareness to say, I just had this thought, I don't think it's actually true. And so I'm not gonna believe it. I'm not gonna buy into it, right? That's like a whole other level of self-awareness, and it's pretty difficult for a lot of people to get there, but it's a non-negotiable to become a six-figure seller. So I wanna be able to come on here and do it for you guys as many times as I can, but I also wanna help you learn how to do it yourself, because you most likely are a one-man show or one-woman show doing this alone. And so you have to be able to self-lead to some degree. I'm here to help you as much as I can, but on a daily basis, on a day-to-day basis, you have to be able to remind yourself of what's actually true and what's actually factual, and identify the areas of your thought process that may not actually be reflective of the truth and that are holding you back. We could be hoarders and keep all to ourselves, but we want everyone to succeed. Exactly. The last podcast was fire. Yeah, if you haven't listened to the 2023 Best of Be a Wolf Biz Moments podcast, it's the most recent podcast on, my podcast is called Wolf Moves Only. You can search for it on Spotify or iTunes. It's almost an hour. I think it's one of the best podcasts I've ever put out. It took me 3 days to edit it because I had to go through. I put in paid content clips, workshop clips, so many different things. I went through so much content to break down the most valuable ones and put it all into one episode. Yes, the Wolfpack is the best club. Which course is best to start? 110% Top Seller Secret. Does not matter where you are, what gender you are, what age you are, where your location is. It doesn't matter. Top Seller Secret is hands down always the place to begin. If you click the link in my bio, you can watch my free masterclass, and at the end it's going to walk you through everything inside Top Seller Secret. So I probably would start there. Watch my free workshop, but hands down, if you're like, Brittany, I'm raring to go, I just want to start, let me in, take my money, let me in, let's do this thing. If that's how you're feeling, link in my bio. Top Seller Secret and Wolf School is in my bio. Do you ever deactivate listings? No, I do not. Unless I got in trouble for them for some reason, then yes, I want to deactivate. What's the name of the podcast? Wolf Moves Only. It's anywhere that you can listen to podcasts. You have so many options. Where's the best place to start? I actually don't have many options. I have two. I make it really easy on you guys. The link in my bio gives you Wolf School and it gives you Top Seller Secret. I'm talking about other options I have kind of on the back end in this live, in case you guys are like wanting to jump in there, there. But the only places that I recommend beginning are Top Seller Secret or Wolf School. And really, I only let people start at Wolf School if they want, because it's $67 a month and it's less of an investment. So if you're just finding me and you're like, I can't invest in Top Seller Secret right now, I want to test Brittany's content before I do make that investment, you can start with Wolf School. It's going to be beneficial to you. It's going to be a lot of content for you to work through and to build your expertise. However, if you're able to start at Top Seller Secret and you're 110% in and you just want to go, get into Top Seller Secret yesterday. Start there. There's the entire first module of Top Seller Secret is newbie questions answered. How to set up your shop, how to price things, how to choose products, how to do colors, like everything is complete. So even if you haven't opened a shop yet, get into Top Seller Secret ASAP so you don't waste any time making any unnecessary mistakes. I've been itching to make the jump, but feel so overwhelmed with everyone on Instagram selling courses. Mel, let me make it really easy on you. Top Seller Secret, there's no course that gets results like Top Seller Secret. You can look high and low. You will not find a course on Etsy, print on demand, that has more successful mega seller six-figure students, multi-six-figure students than Top Seller Secret. It just doesn't exist. I'm not saying that because I'm biased. I'm saying it because, again, it's a fact. I only speak based on fact. Top Seller Secret is the place that you need to be if you are 110% set on becoming a mega seller. That's the only place you need to be. Immediately. Like I said yesterday, it is the blueprint. It's tested and proven a million times over. Creativity, business, and therapy. Love it. Thank you, Christian. Maybe I should start a career in therapy. I couldn't. Silver Spring says so many golden nuggets in TSS. It really is. And a lot of people say like, well, I feel like I learn a lot in your free content, like on your Instagram. I've learned a lot, so I think I can just build from that sort of stuff, and I think I can get there on my own. And I'm like, what a lot of people don't understand is my free content tells you about my strategy. It is not my strategy, right? The tactics I only talk about in Top Seller Secret. My E-rank stuff, that explodes a lot of people's shops. Once they've mastered demand, we can explode it with the E-rank strategy. It's only talked about in Top Seller Secret, right? So like the tactics, I tell you the what. I explain to you my strategy in my free content, but I don't tell you exactly how to do it. I don't give you step-by-steps. That's in Top Seller Secret. It's true, Brittany produces more success stories than any other POD expert. Thank you. And that's like I talked about at the beginning of this live, that's on purpose, because I know the only way that I can do that is by giving you guys what you need. You know, it's like kids. Kids want candy, right? Because it tastes good, it feels good in the moment. But you know, long term and consistently, sometimes you can give them candy, but you got to feed them healthy stuff, the stuff that they need in order for them to grow and to become the best, healthiest humans they can be. You got to give them the broccoli. You got to give them the vegetables. You got to give them the stuff they need to actually grow. That's kind of how I feel I do things, but I also try to make it really fun and easy and flowy, so it's not like it's not making you gag along the way like vegetables might do to kids. I try to make it as concise and potent as possible so you have a ton of fun doing it, because that's a really key ingredient to becoming a six-figure seller. But I am giving you what you need and not the fluffy cotton candy stuff that everybody else is giving you. And that's facts. Does anybody else have any other questions? I am obsessed with how interactive you guys have been on this live. It's my favorite thing when you guys actually speak up. Sometimes I'm on lives, I've talked about this a lot recently, and it's just like quiet. Nobody's saying anything. And I'm just sitting here yapping, and I love when you guys talk back to me. Tempura vegetables is what you give us. Exactly, the good stuff, right? It's good for you, but it also isn't gag worthy. I love it. This was so fun. Thank you guys. And yeah, you can join the Wolf Challenge. If you're feeling overwhelmed about like which of my offers to get in, it shouldn't even be a thing in your mind, right? Like, don't even make that a thing. Top Seller Secret. It's the answer. And if you're like, should I join Wolf School or Top Seller Secret? If you can join Top Seller Secret, join Top Seller Secret. Wolf School is there if you just want to taste my content, get a little bit of momentum going, right? But Top Seller Secret is the foundation. Wolf School is the building blocks on which you build. You continue building after you have your foundation in place. Getting a Top Seller Secret, having the FB group is a huge bonus too. The mindset positivity is priceless, and all the questions you might have get answered right away. It's not full of negative talk, just motivation. Yeah, the Beowulf Biz Facebook groups are magical. They're literally like just something else. The community here is so good. I think because people know that they will get shut down. They will not get away with any bullshit. And they know that I won't tolerate it, so nobody even goes there. My Facebook groups are absolutely incredible. And there is an exclusive top seller secret group. That's actually a good point. A lot of people say, like, Brittany, can I email you with questions? If I join Top Seller Secret, will you be able to answer them along the way? The answer is no. I have literally thousands of students in Top Seller Secret. I cannot provide one-on-one support to everybody. That's why the Facebook group exists. So as you come up against things, you can literally be in the Facebook group all day asking questions. There's no limit on how much you can leverage the Facebook group. And there's sellers of every single level in there. There's people on your level. There's people that have been selling for years longer than you that are making, tons and tons of money. And they've been to where you want to go. You can ask them, right? So like it's such a valuable resource. Brittany doesn't allow toxic in the groups. No, I do not. I don't allow toxic in my world in general. I have no problem yeeting that out. Hi, Brittany, I missed the start of the live. Can you please summarize what you were talking about? No, because it was very long. I'm going to repost this and I'm going to make it into a podcast as well. But basically, we've been talking about quite a bit of stuff, busting myths, talking about six-figure seller mindset. There's been a lot. I wouldn't even know how to summarize it, honestly. But anytime I go live like this, I do always post the replay. You'll find it in my Reels tab afterwards. Always says yeet it out. Yeah, I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I'm like, I'm a completely different person than I was 10 years ago in terms of like boundaries. And I've really, in the last year, become so much more protective of my energy and my space, and especially my business. I will guarantee you guys, nobody fucks with my business. Ever, under any circumstances. I was just telling somebody, one of my friends, I'm like, I feel like such a mama bear. I guess a mama wolf about it, about my students, about my business, about my energy. I will literally fight to the death for those three things. And that's never going to change. And I encourage everyone else to do the same, honestly, because it's a very freeing and incredible way to live. Not taking any more bullshit. Oh, I see a lot of people joining Wolf School as I'm on here. That's awesome. That makes me happy. I love these lives. More spontaneous, the better. I do too. I think I have met my spirit animal in you. That is very sweet, Kim. It's an ever-evolving thing. Right? Like I'm always just open to my next level, whatever that looks like for me. I mean, if we're talking goals and new year in 2024, like, I don't know how many of you guys have heard me talk about this before, because I have, but I'm not a goal setter, which might surprise you guys because I seem really like ambitious and intense and like always going after the gold, and I am, but I don't set goals because I don't ever want to have a ceiling. I have proven to myself so many times, like even creating vision boards one year, and then 6 months later, I have something 20 times better than what was on my vision board. Like my life is insane because I keep it really, really open and loose. And part of that is protecting yourself and your energy and your business and the people you love. And part of that is, if setting goals is more so your style, then it's setting goals and going after what you want. But I found what works really well in my life is just a general aim, like doing the best that I can with what I've got and seeing where it takes me and not setting ceilings. I think goals are ceilings. You mentioned one-on-one stuff in a poll the other day. When are you dropping more info on that? Good question. So I'm working out the details on that. I might not have one-on-one spots. I might be doing more of a mega seller mastermind. I'm not gonna say any more than that, but it's going to be different than anything I've ever done before. And it's only gonna be open to Top Seller Secret students. So if you're looking for more like up close exclusive access to me, you want to get a Top Seller Secret first, because anytime I do offer one-on-one or mastermind experiences, you have to have had the foundation in place already to understand and be able to work with me at the level I need you to be able to work with me, I need you to already understand the foundation. So if anybody's ever interested in that, get into Top Seller Secret first. Thank you. Credit card's ready. Take my money. I'm a Top Seller Secret student. Yeah, I'll be announcing more stuff probably in the next couple weeks. Maybe as soon as tomorrow. You never know with me. This live wasn't planned either. I was just laying in bed. I put on my stories earlier that I've been watching some courses I invested in for like 8-9 hours at a time yesterday and today. I'm just like a sponge, and I was laying there and I was like, I want to go live. I want to talk about something very specific, and I'm going to go do it. I'm glad I did, because this has been great. My wife is usually very skeptical and cheap, but I told her about Top Seller Secret and she said, just buy it. We can write it off as an expense. I was like, okay, Christian, that's amazing. She knew, she felt it. I love your wife. She sounds like a very intuitive queen. We love that. And yeah, you can write it off as an expense. And guess what? Top Seller Secret is tested and proven. The only variable to whether or not it will work for you is you and the level of commitment you have to following what's in the blueprint. People say, does it come with a guarantee? No, it doesn't come with a guarantee, because there's a lot of people who will purchase it and never do anything with it and then say it didn't work. No, you didn't work it, right? So I do not offer a guarantee, and I'm not shy about saying that because I know it works. It's guaranteed to work if you work it. It's that simple. Right? It's not like, oh, it didn't work for you, I'm sorry, sometimes it doesn't. Like, no, it literally works every time if you commit to it. It's like a non-argument. Love the color of the sweatshirt you're wearing. Thank you. I actually got this off of an Instagram ad. I don't know what the brand is, but it's like a really thin but high quality sweatshirt. At the same time, I don't know how to really explain it, but I'm like obsessed with it. I love it. I'm the creative one. She's the business-minded one. That's awesome. Kirsten, did you join today or this week, recently? I'm quite an impulsive course or education buyer myself. I love learning new stuff. I get really obsessed because it's building expertise, right? That's the fun part. You just have to make sure as you're building expertise, you're simultaneously taking the action. You need to be doing both at the same time. A lot of people get stuck in course mode because it feels like they're being productive because they're always learning something. But you're not actually doing anything. You're not actually achieving anything if you're just stuck in education. You got to have action and education. I've been calling it the ping pong effect lately. You got to be able to ping pong between the two in order to actually make things happen in your life. Not yet, but you're talking me into it. Oh, Christian, you're not even in yet? Oh my gosh. No brainer. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger, go to the link in my bio right now. Make sure you buy through my masterclass though, because that's where you're gonna get really, really, really big bonuses that are basically worth the price of the course. It's crazy the bonuses that I include when you buy through the masterclass. So go to the link in my bio, go to the masterclass and click the button underneath the masterclass video to purchase through that, and you'll get the 48-hour bonuses there. Silver Spring says, do it, Christian. Aaron says, do it. You got a whole lot of encouragement in the chat. There's no bigger advocates for Top Seller Secret than my Top Seller Secret students, and that is my favorite thing in the world. Because, obviously that's such a testament to the course, and it's magic. Top Seller Secret really is magic. Christian says peer pressure. Wow. Why are you still in the live, Christian? Click out and get to the link. What are you doing? I'm just kidding. You don't have to do it tonight. You probably should, but you don't have to. Wow, Frankie says, don't even think twice, do it. Holly says, more like cheerleaders. A lot of cheerleaders, yeah. I love you guys. It's so great. The Top Seller Secret community, it's indescribable. I've never been a part of anything like it. And I've been a part of, different types of masterminds, and I've taken a billion courses, and I'm in a bunch of Facebook communities. There really is nothing like the community at Top Seller Secret. There's nothing like it. It's inexplainable. It's so supportive. It's so like everybody's just getting there, and there's that energy of everybody getting there collectively and doing their best and encouraging everybody else. Like nobody's got ego, nobody's fighting anybody, nobody's like arguing. It's just always like we all are where we are, and we're all on our way up together. And it's just crazy good. Silver Spring says, Christian, you're investing in yourself. A lot of people, I mean, honestly, I have this feedback a lot, is a lot of people say that Top Seller Secret pays for itself within the first month, which is, you know, the goal, obviously. And it does happen for a lot of people. Okay, does anybody else have any other questions? This has been so fun and powerful. I feel like it was just, we were able to jam pack so much into this tonight. Christian said, just got to get the actual okay from the boss and then I'm in. All right, get her on board. Let's do this. Sent a DM for the challenge link. Incredible. Right after I get off this live, I'll shoot that link to everybody that asked for it. I'll also probably post it in my stories again as well. You won't be disappointed. It's great. It is really, really great. We had a lot of people join Top Seller Secret today as well. Some days are just like really big Top Seller Secret days for some reason, and today was one of those days this month, which makes me happy. I love, love, love seeing so many new students join the fam. It's a very, I'm trying to think of anything that I like better than being able to watch people make progress. And I don't think there's many things aside from like riding my horses that make me happier than watching it happen in real time. Okay, does anybody else have any questions? I'm gonna sign off if not, because I'm literally sweating my ass off. I could not be more hot in this room. I don't know why it's not even warm out. It's like 50 degrees in LA. Probably because I was holding my dog for the majority of this. I have a really boring admin question for Wolf School. Michelle, send me a DM. Any admin questions, you guys can DM me on Instagram or support@beawolfbiz.com if you've got admin questions. Okay? All right, guys, I'm logging off. I'll post this replay so you can watch it as many times as you want. I'll probably turn tonight into a podcast as well. Get into Top Seller Secret. Go to the link in my bio. Watch my free masterclass if you haven't. Get into Top Seller Secret. Let's stop messing around. Let's make things happen, okay? See you guys soon.